Hello and welcome in everybody. Farmer Donkey here, and we are back on our Precision Farms lab. As you can see behind me, we are currently at the BGA. And why are we at the BGA, you might ask? Well, we had a question from our good friend Rax Amelius, and he wanted to know if Digestate was worth using as fertilizer versus selling it outright. Similar to the episode that we did when we looked at slurry and manure, we're going to be doing the same test, same spreadsheet, but we're also going to be looking at, well, what did it cost us to make the slurry and what did we get as, I guess, additional profit as well. So we're going to go ahead and hop over to our field, and we're going to go ahead and get started on seeing how much slurry we're going to use, and then we will take a look at the numbers from there.
Welcome to the Farmer Donkey Show, where the seeds are planted and the crops will grow. Grab your boots, let the good vibes flow. It's Farmer Donkey time. Let's go.
All right, so we're back over here. And since this is going to be a relatively short test as far as this goes, we're going to go ahead and stay with you guys the entire time. Let me go ahead and turn back on my HUD so you can see the numbers just as I do. So we got it filled with 18,000 liters, and this is the exact same field that we used for the other test. I, in fact, just loaded into the same save. So let me go ahead and turn on my steering assist. We can use that as well. I almost had it perfectly lined up. All right. Turn this on. And away we go. As you can see, it is putting down a decent amount of digestate here. All right, lift that up so we're not wasting. And I'm just going to do down and backs for the most part, not worry so much about the headlands. Now, I did go ahead and look up all the prices of Digestate on the various economic charts. So hard, difficulty, easy, and medium. The price definitely changed quite a bit between the three. I think it was like $111 per 1,000 liters on easy. It was $66 on normal difficulty, and then $37 per 1,000 liters on hard economy. So definitely quite some fluctuation there. But with that being said, we still have to look to see what kind of profit we'd make off of the electricity as well. Well, the electricity and the methane. And so that's going to be a test that I'm going to do off camera, is I'm going to go through and kind of look at the price that we would make from each. But at first I wanted to see how much digestate we needed to make all of the digestate that we're going to be using. So that in mind, we are just about done here. So I will plug this in and then I'll go back over and see about how much liquid fertilizer we're going to use on top of this. So it does look like it gave a pretty even distribution. All right, right at 94,000 liters. Let me go ahead and plug that in real quick. All right. Let's see. We started with 18,000. I forgot a zero. Here we go. All right, so we used 8,600 liters. Across the board. And then we need to still see how much we use as far as liquid fertilizer. All right, so we'll hop over. Oh, we need to go sleep through a month and then we can spray. All right. Let's go ahead and hop in this one. And we'll get the spraying done. We have it at 2,000 liters, just as our baseline. Make sure we turn on steering assist. Okay. I believe this is just an easy down and back. I believe. All right. Oh, yeah. Now, the hardest thing is that when we do go to sell the digestate, if we don't have a selling point for digestate, a lot of the base game maps don't have one. So you'd be selling directly. So that's also going to affect the price, depending on the economy as well. And so we will have to keep that in mind when we look at the cost of things. As yeah, in a perfect world, you'd get the full amount, but unfortunately, most of the base game maps do not have that selling point, and we wanted to look at this at a base game viewpoint. So we will be looking at that just ever so slightly. All right, so we used, looks like 106 liters of liquid fertilizer. So let me put that into the spreadsheet as well, which is actually less than what we used the last, well, with the slurry and the manure. So that is going to be good here. 160.06. All right. So let's take a look and run some numbers real quick. All right. So we need to look at the recipes. Okay. So both the recipes for manure and slurry are exactly the same. So it takes 2,020 liters of both manure and slurry to make the digestate. Now, of course, we can also look at the other prices as well, but I'm mostly looking at what the fertilizers we do have. All right, so in order to make what we used, we would need to, okay, so by okay, so we'd need 4.73 recipes. So basically 4 3/4 recipes. And so that would mean we would actually be taking that equals this times okay, so it'd be 9,556 liters. Gonna round up. Okay. And then what would we would produce as far as methane? So it's gonna be this times 12. And then for the digestate, the electric charge, we'd only be getting 20 per cycle. Okay. And that one's oh. Oh wow. We'd only be getting 95 liters there. Okay. So let's grab the prices real quick. So the price of methane, does it show it? No. Okay. Good to know. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and run to see. I'm going to put in that amount of liters into the biogas plant. I'm going to set our money to where, because that'll be 7 cycles, and then we'll advance. We'll call it 5 cycles, which, if I remember correctly, is that does 24 months. So we'll sleep 1 month to see what our money is going to be. So we will see you guys once this test concludes, and we'll come back with the results. So we'll see you guys then. All right, so we're here with our numbers. As you can see, we're using the same spreadsheet that we used in the last episode. So green is going to be our easy economy, amber is going to be our normal economy, and red is going to be our hard economy. There was a slight difference between what our actual sell price was with the Digestate versus what it said in the menu, because we were selling directly, as I said. So there's going to be a little bit of a difference. On easy economy, we only got 849 for selling the Digestate. So that gave us about 9.9 cents per liter. And on medium, we got 5.4 cents. And on hard economy, we got 3.4 cents per liter. So a little bit of a difference there. Hard economy, ultimately, we would have made we would have made $177.40 if we were to sell our Digestate and buy the fertilizer that we needed to just fertilize the field. Again, all of the environmental scores were at 100%. And so, yeah, not really a huge difference as far as just spraying with liquid fertilizer. But we did make a little bit more when it came down to selling the electricity and the methane. So we did calculate out how much on each economy level the manure that we used to make the Digestate would have cost. And so on easy, it was $1,000. On normal, it would have been $621, and on hard, $344. Now, so we did calculate how much we sold the electricity and methane for. On easy, we sold it for $7,900, medium, $4,500, and hard, we got $2,800. So even after we take out the $606 daily fee for using the biogas plant, we still netted a decent amount of profit, with easy being $6,307, normal being $3,336, and hard being $1,858. So we would still be able to buy all the fertilizer we're going to use on either of the economies. If you weren't selling the methane and the electricity, it really wouldn't have been worth making the Digestate, because you would be losing money at that point. But thankfully, we have the electricity and the methane to kind of cover the cost. So with that being said, again, I am going to say sell your Digestate, use liquid fertilizer, save some money. You don't get a whole lot more from the environmental score, but you do get that money back. So all in all, again, it's going to be up to you on which one you choose to do. I know what I'm going to be doing, but yeah. So if you haven't yet, definitely go check out our friend Raximilius, who brought the question to us. His link's going to be mentioned in the description down below. If you made it this far, please consider smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel for more Precision Farm and some challenge series. So, until next time, thank you all for watching and peace.